Hi, I am Claire, and this is a family modern farmhouse in The Sims 4. So, this house is subtly decorated for Christmas, maybe a little bit more subtly than my last video, which was an apartment. I just had a Christmas tree up in there. I tried to go a little bit more out with this one, and so we are just starting off in the kitchen because I thought that would be the best place to do it to kind of start this video. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, that would mean so much to me. And so I wanted this kitchen to kind of contrast the white subway tile that I have in here, and so I just am going to be using these base game countertops, and I feel like it turned out pretty well. This is a house only using the base game and the seasons pack, so if you have the seasons pack, this would be a pretty good house for you. It is a 2-bedroom, 3.5 bath home, so if you have the seasons pack, please maybe follow me on the gallery and then you can download this house. I mean, you don't have to follow me on the gallery to download the house, but it would be nice to, and you can see more houses I put on the gallery. And my information is down in the description. My ID is green_rose_sims, and so now we are just working on the living room. No, we're working on the dining room. I try not to do too many cuts when I'm doing a voiceover, and so I'm sorry if there's errors in my speech. And so we are just going to be going into the little front room dining area. I wanted to keep the living room kind of towards the back just because it was a bigger space and there wasn't really a island area for your Sims to eat at, so I really needed to have a big area or a decent sized area for a living or a dining room, and so we are just going to be decorating the kitchen. I do come back later and add some holiday decorations, and so we are just going to be going into this front area. At first I thought this area would be a home office, but then remembered I had this big window. I'm like, no, it'd be perfect to have a Christmas tree right there. Like that would be like the perfect spot to have a Christmas tree. And so I do end up making that more of like a library space. It has a bookshelf and a chair to have your Sims just sit and read, enjoy the Christmas tree, maybe reading some Christmas stories and just feeling all jolly and holly. And so we are just going to be adding that bookshelf, and I want to use this one from the base game just because it looks like it was like specifically for a library. Well, not specifically for a library, but it looks like it was like this family has a book collection. And so I did remember that I wanted to use the Eco Lifestyle pack for the skinny little fireplace. It would be perfect next to this window, but I end up getting rid of it and then having this more modern fireplace. This is a modern farmhouse style I was trying to go for, and so we are just going to be adding the couch now. And I was thinking the TV would go like the same direction as the fireplace, but I feel like it made more sense to actually flip it around, and so you'll just see me kind of work on this area, having the fireplace and the TV be on the same direction, but I feel like it made more sense to have it the other direction, having it on the opposite, having the TV on the opposite wall. And so we are just going to be doing those changes, and I feel like this had a better layout for flow and function, and so we are just going to be adding this rug from the base game, and these couches are from Seasons. I wanted to go for a neutral color on the couch, just so if you don't want to play with this for a holiday house, you can play with it for just a normal day house, and you don't have to change too much, just have to get rid of the holiday decorations. And so we are just going to be adding a side table, but I feel like it was too big. Again, I wanted to make sure there was a good flow through this space, and so we are just going to be adding another bookshelf. I did attempt to add a chest table back here, but it just was too tight and the chairs were clipping onto the walls, and I knew there was going to be a fire hazard, and that was if there fireplace caught on fire, that chair is going to be the first thing that goes. And so we are just going to be adding some Christmas cards, which is an item I kind of forgot we had here. I feel like it's such a cute item and does make sense for a little holiday house. I don't know, maybe if I want to do a holiday extreme house. I am kind of trying to do a little bit of pre-recording, or not too far in advance, but if you guys like that, like extreme holiday house, that I've done a stream like Halloween house, and so if you want to see like a extreme Christmas house, I think that would be fun. I do just kind of stick to doing family homes here on the channel. If you're new and are wondering what I do, I like doing speed builds, and I specifically do them for families. And so we are just going to be adding some different decorations to make the house feel more holiday, and I felt like adding some more like Christmas cards and some items that are like green and red, and just going to be using, these are all from the seasons pack. And so I'm just going to be adding a little mirror in the front area. I always appreciate just making sure, checking myself, make sure I look good before I leave the house, and so I always add like a mirror or a chair by the front of my houses. And so we are just going to be adding a Yule log into the kitchen. I thought that was appropriate, and so now we are just going to be adding a picture onto this kind of like in between space of the living room, dining room, and the kitchen. And now we are just going to be going in the dining room, going to be adding some more details, but now we are on the second level. So this has the 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and one was for a child and the other one was for the parents. And now we're just going to be working on this little landing space, and now we are in the child's room, which is in the front of the house. And so we are going to be using this bed from Seasons. The bed and the wallpaper kind of gave the theme of like a sim whose favorite colors are pink and blue. I also wanted to give them a Christmas tree, just since they are facing towards the front of the house. People walking by can see their pretty Christmas tree. I did not want to go extreme, and so I did size it down. It's also a small room, so there wouldn't be room for a bigger Christmas tree than that. And so I did forget to do the half bath on the first level, so we're just going to be doing that now. It's just a pretty simple bathroom, and going to just be wrapping up this area on the first level. I guess I do come back and do the porch, but we'll do that towards the end of the video. And so we are just going to be making sure I didn't forget anything else, and I thought switching the color of that chair was be a good option. And now we are back in the kids' room, just going to be giving them a little soccer lamp. I didn't want to like overly give this kid a theme. I feel like giving like rooms a color theme is pretty good. Just if you want to download this house, then you can easily change the colors, because maybe the child you're playing with doesn't really like pink and blue. Maybe they like red and orange. And we are going to be adding a little art table for them to gain the creativity skill with. I tried to remember to add those little like skill building items, and I felt like the little art table fit perfectly in that little alcove. And now we are in their bathroom. I was imagining that the child in the bedroom would like mostly use this bathroom, and so that's why there's pink tile on the walls. That's kind of what they wanted. Again, wasn't trying to go too crazy like personality, and so this is easily things you can change if your sim doesn't want a pink bathroom or a pink shower tub combo. And so we are just going to be adding some plants into the landing area, and now going to be going into the primary bedroom area. So I use this bed from Seasons along with a dresser. I feel like Seasons is a pretty good pack for just adding to your game, just adding those simple things. And so we are just going to be adding the curtains from Seasons. Since the bed is from Seasons, the curtains matched the little pillows, and I liked that, and so I felt like it made it cohesive. And I maybe should mention this earlier, but I kind of chose a beige wallpaper just to kind of warm up the space. I feel like some modern farmhouses can feel a little bit cold with like white walls everywhere, and I wanted this to feel a little bit more warmer. And again, something easily you can change, but I wanted to have a warmer feel in this space, and so we are just going to be going and having a little dressing area and just making this area pretty simple. It's a little bit out of the way, a little bump. It has its own little bump out, and so we are just going to be figuring out things to put on the walls for this room. I feel like this room turned out pretty well. Just gonna be adding a little chair in the corner because I honestly didn't really know what to add. If I should have like skill building items and stuff. I did forget to add a computer in this house, but because of the office getting turned into a library room, and I just couldn't really find a place for it. So this is a computer-free house. If you have either Discovery University or Strangerville, you can add a laptop and you can like drag it in and out of your Sims inventory so they can just use it where you want them to. And so we are just going to be adding this rug, making it into a little blue swatch, and going to be on the porch area. There is no back door in this house. There is like a wraparound porch that takes you to the back of the house, and I'm just going to be adding a grill and going to be moving that chess table down on the ground and not on the patio. I feel like you would want more of a covered space for cooking rather than playing chess, and you really want to play chess in the rain anyway. And so we are getting close to the end of the video. Like I mentioned earlier, if you want information about this house, you can find it down in the description. I post new videos every single Tuesday, so please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. That would mean the world to me, and I hope to see you all next week for another Sims 4 video.